Joffrey, Renly, Robb Stark are all thieves. They'll bend the knee or I'll destroy them.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Citadel with me, Grand Maester Stitch, and the Kingdom of the Firstmen. In the last episode we had to take down a rebellion slash civil war that was threatening our existence by our half-sister who was trying to claim the kingdom for herself, and now we have declared war upon the Stormlands of the South for the Trident so that we can obtain a lot of important areas for the Firstmen, such as the God's Eye, High Art, Blackwood Vale. We've got the Muds and Old Stones, lots of awesome stuff for us to try and take, and hopefully that will then give us a chance to go into the mountain and Vale and return the mountains to the mountain clansmen. We are gathering up our forces, I believe, into 3 armies. I think I'm getting armies to Castle Black. My prison Joran is complaining about his dark cell. Yes, I remember you. We'll just execute you. We've not done a good sacrifice to the gods for a little while, have we? So there we go. Let's get that underway. But yes, we're getting an army at Castle Black, I believe, an army at Winterfell, and an army at Moat Cailling. Who are you? Of House Stain died of Grayscale. Well, that sucks. My king, we received word from Mounting and Vale. King Kyle has led them to join a coalition in defense of the Stormlands. Okay, so now we've got the Vale, the Reach, and the Stormlands all together on one side. So that's going to make things interesting. The Reach had about 20,000 men, I think, didn't they? Yes, 20,000. The Stormlands were about the same, I think. 15, apparently. So they've got, obviously, a lot of vassals who aren't happy to only have that much manpower. And the Vale only has 12, so they're also in trouble. And the Vale was recently invaded by the Stormlands, so I'm surprised that they've actually managed to join them. High Chiefess Ara, the Planter, has usurped the title Chieftain of Longhall from Jane Long. Okay. I love that the Mandalays are now old gods. That's really cool. It works massively in our favour, I suppose, because we were going to force them to change anyway. The Blessing of the Old Gods, news from Blackwood Vale. Magna Gendel, it seems that while surveying the demesne, Lady Catelyn Blackwood happened upon the corpse of a large black raven who had fallen protecting its nest. In the branches of the weirwood above, Lady Catelyn and her children found the nest full of chicks, no more than a day old. Seeing that the raven in the sigil of House Blackwood, whose blood she bears, and that they were the same number of chicks as she has children, Lady Catelyn took it as a sign, as a blessing from the old gods of the forest, that her children were meant to have them, giving each child a chick and bidding them to care for them themselves. Now, wherever they go, each child is followed by a dutiful raven, strangely obedient to the wishes of its master, and already growing to an abnormally large size. Okay, awesome. We've got some wargs in the Riverland, which works perfectly, as they're soon going to be our vassals, hopefully. 9,000 Stormlander army here. Where they've just raised that from, I don't know. What house have we got here? House Strickland. Ah, interesting. Yeah, our forces are gathering pretty quickly. We've got, wow, 25,000 men already at Castle Black. And there's still huge amounts of men on their way. We have 13,000 in Winterfell. And 14,000 at Moat Cailling. Let's send... Let's send our Crannog man. Oh, he's also got a lizard lion, and he's got green dreams. Awesome. We'll send him, leading the first host. Let's send him to the Twins. Start to get a siege underway in the Riverlands. It's annoying that some of the armies haven't joined us, but that's fine. My king, I write to express consternation at the fact that Winterberry enjoys command of your armies when someone of high status would clearly be more appropriate. Well, Chief Robard of Coldstream, you're not overly improved. You're a skilled commander. You're not too bad, but Winterberry is pretty deep. She's not actually got martial ability, though, so do you know what? Yeah, okay. We'll go for you as a commander. Your niece says she is having strange dreams at night. Dreams are dreams. They aren't real. It is a gift from the old gods. Dana Forrester. Okay, so now that's spreading into the Forrester blood, which is awesome. Perfect. She's got green dreams. Great news. That was our ward. Our ward is a warg. Okay, we've got 15,000 here. Dormund Wanderers had a small flagship added to their treasury. Awesome news. How goes our army down here? Yep, they're moving. We've got 15, just waiting for a few stragglers from Carhold. And we've got Gorn, the Chief of Skagos, leading these 16,000 men. So let's send these down to the Freylands as well. We'll move the other army on. And wow, I've got 33,000 here, which is a lot more than I expected. Let's split in half. Let's move the 16,000 onto Moat Cailin for now. Oh, we've got a Stark in Moat Cailin, apparently. High Chief Elric of Winterfell. Yeah, but you're not the Chief of Winterfell, are you, my dearest boy? Can we, arrange a betrothal between you? Elric Stark. And we do have Alice Thenn, our daughter. Will he accept? Yes, he will. There's a massive age difference, though. He does have a direwolf, though, which is cool. So, that's awesome. I love how many wargs are in this series. It's awesome. Hey, how go these 14,000? The Reeds are going to get revenge upon the Freys, which is pretty awesome. Should be able to take easy care of that. And they've accepted that betrothal. Perfect. The Starks of Moat Cailin. And the last army, let's send down to 17,000. 19,000 just needs merging. Led by Gorn himself. Gendel. Not Gorn. Gendel and Gorn. Let's send you to Eastwatch. Do you know what? Let's make use of our actual decent navy that we've got now. Let's sail all our navies to Eastwatch by the sea. All our western navies. It's going to take them a long time to get around there, isn't it? But we will. We'll send them on to White Harbour for now. They'll get there before any armies do. We could always go sail down south then and make use of our fleet. My dear friend, I wish to give you the honour of sending my child, Princess Assa, to you in Castle Black. A fine notion, I accept. I have a good friend in High Chief Hanric, and it saddens my heart to think we are no longer close. If you don't want me as your friend, then I'm your rival. No, we just won't be friends. I'm not going to try and upset people. Do you know what? These 24 ships, I don't know if we'll need you actually in Eastwatch. I think we will, so we'll send you to Eastwatch by the sea. These 95, yeah, we will need them. How goes the siege here? We'll pay the debt on behalf of our bannerman. Okay, yeah, wow, the Twins is pretty impressive, even back here when it's not that old. Let's get these. There's not enough ships there yet. Let's wait for these other. There's still not going to be enough ships. Let's split in half then. 9,000 back to Castle Black, and the other 9,000, if we can embark that fleet, and we will sail you just because it's going to be a lot quicker. Let's just sail you down to Moat Cailin for now. It's going to take a long time to siege the Twins down, so let's send this other army to here. Let's send it into... No, not Scorched Vale. We'll send you here. We'll send you into the Freylands. And the other 14,000 are on the way, and there's 11,000 here. Let's go to Eastwatch. It's probably going to be quicker for the ships to come back and fetch you, isn't it, to be honest? Let's dock this navy. Moat Cailin, we're probably going to suffer huge penalty. Oh no, it's got a supply limit of 31,000, so we'll probably be okay, actually. And then we can march those onto Mistlewood, I think this is, isn't it? Yes, Mistlewood. 9,000 on to Mistlewood. Do we have a siege leader? We have several. Let's get Alfin in here as well then, just so we've got a siege leader. And then with Cregan himself, do we have another siege leader? I'm pretty sure that I've seen one. Gorn. We'll get Gorn with him. Gendel and Gorn will take Mistlewood. And then we have our 14,000 stragglers slowly on their way. And another 11,000 here. Let's move these 150 ships back to Eastwatch. Poppy Warrior Main has had loot added to their treasury. And then here come the straggler ships. You know what? We may as well send those to Eastwatch as well, so we've got all our fleet together. We may need it. We may have use of the fleet. Idle Council Commander. First Raider we haven't got. I will leave that empty actually for now. And our first trader, you should be collecting taxes, my friend, in Castle Black. Okay, let's spread these armies out. There we go. Wow, what's the supply limit here? 16,000, so we're slightly over. Let's split this army in half then. And we'll move 8,000 here. It's going to be safer. These 7,000, let's get someone in charge. We'll go with Robarb Fisher, just so there's someone there. 11 ships that have been left behind. Let's send those on to Eastwatch by the Sea. Hopefully some of these lands will be sieged before that other host gets here, because we've not got enough room for them all. Hopefully some of these other ones will be slightly easier to take, though. Yes, they will. Mistlewood's going to be pretty easy to take. Hopefully... Freylands isn't bad, actually. Do we have another Frey in Freylands? Have House Hay? House High? It's going to take a while. What about here in Crow's Baron? Who do we have in Crow's Baron? House Lips. That shouldn't be too hard to take, I would imagine. Are all our ships here now? Almost. Let's merge all those fleets together then. Prince Cregan, the Great Warg, used a favour on High Chief Artus Crowkiller. I love some of the names that these free folk get. Right, let's sail these down here as well. 14,000 onto Moat Kaling, please. Not Moat Kaling, sorry. Greywater Watch. Prince Cregan, the Great Warg, used a favour on High Chief Hanrik the Widowmaker. Right, okay. What faction is he the leader of? Crown Loyalists. Thank you very much. That's awesome. That's actually really good. Considering that one of the people he's managed to force into it absolutely despises us. I'm a little bit worried about this now, though. High Chief Bernard, the Open-Handed of Carstark. We should probably start sorting that out. Let's send you there to scheme. Let's send you there to improve relations with House Carstark for now. If they get too much trouble, we will take their land away like we did with the Starks. Yuri says her favourite toy is missing and she won't be able to go to bed without it. Let's buy her a new one, which upset her. We'll see how it is. And apparently we've got room for more commanders, so let's have a look. 2 more commanders. Have we got anyone overly impressive? And he's just forced somebody else to join that faction as well, which is perfect. Cregan isn't amazing. Our wife's actually got incredible marshal. Got this random guy of Skane. We'll go with Winterberry. And we'll go with Cregan, the Great Warg, just because he's a Thenn. Let's get more Fens, and hopefully we could make use of his crow. 14,000 with no commander in charge of them. Let's get someone in charge of that then. Let's go with Cregan. Did I just see an enemy host approaching? I haven't got anyone in charge of this one either. Let's go for... I don't think Lord Bloodfang is in charge of anything at present. I'm pretty sure I've just seen another enemy army close by, so we need to be wary of that. I think we'll be able to land these 12,000 and they'll be safe. I think we've got enough of a supply. Yes, 25,000 men. Let's get Cregan over here. Who's our best? Where's Lord Mormont? Lately. Got Alfin here already. Cregan, Alfin. Gendel, Alfin, and... We'll go with you. Do we need to... Or do we need to send... Not Cregan. Gendel. Why are we not there? Gendel, Alfin, and Cregan. Are we going to need more manpower here? We probably are. Let's attempt an assault, and then we can march over. High Chief Elric of Winterfell has inherited hold of Drunkard's Tower, and that's been thingied, so let's send those over there as quickly as possible. Let's send these 12,000 here. We're going to need those reinforcements. I think Gendel will be able to hold it off long enough. We don't have any bonus. I thought we would have had a bonus considering we're at the Twins, but apparently not. Can't risk... No, that's too powerful for us to try and assault. And the other 14,000 are also on the way. Let's see if we can get them there in time. Knowing how powerful our army is, we may be able to hold them. No, the Gardener host is actually doing pretty well. We were separated from our men in the chaos of battle, and we've bumped into Lord Samuel of Westbrook, a Tyrell soldier, 65 marshal. Yeah, you are not going to win against Magna Gendel, even if we are wounded, which I don't think we are now. Is that just a scar that we've got there? I don't think we're actually wounded anymore, so even better. Prepare to die, Tyrell scum. You turn to face Lord Samwell, and he breaks his charge and flees. You pursue, but lose track of him in the chaos, and we gain 10 morale for that, which is good. That's probably going to help us. We may be able to sway this anyway, even without the reinforcements. Ooh, yes, the reinforcements have arrived, so we can crush the Tyrell host, which is actually being led by, not Tyrell, Gardner. You were separated from your men in the chaos of battle, and now find yourself in the midst of war. As you scan the field and try to rejoin your forces, you see King Garth VII break through the enemy ranks and charge you. Haha, is he married to a Martell? Interesting. Well, this isn't going to go well for you, is it, King Gosh? You're 55, you're fat, you're a poor fighter. Then again, this has red flags written all over it, doesn't it, for Crusader Kings? But prepare to die, Gardener scum. That's right, coward, run back to High Gardener. So he fled as well. No one dares fight the Magna of Thenn. And we've crushed that Gardener host, which will hopefully give us a lot of war score, which it has. And we have captured Sir Willem Arran. Oh, perfect. He's not the Lord, is he? Prince Hugh of Mountain in Vale. His father was a king. His sibling is the thing. He will make a suitable sacrifice to the old gods. House Arran, who took the Vale from the Firstmen. You want to be a commander? I'm afraid not, Lord Lake. You're not the best of commanders, are you? Right, we can now separate some of these armies again. Let's send these on to the Cape of Eagles. And let's send this 8,000 onto Sea Guard. And that will hopefully be enough. And Siege of Stone Khmer has ended. Right, these 7,000. We may as well take Scorch of Ale while we're here, before moving further south. Under my gun is my young ward, Cregard, is slowly mastering the art of swordsmanship. Perfect, he's the one who's married to our daughter, isn't it? Yes, the Umber, who will inherit the Umber lands at some point. But he will be very Thenn. Hopefully we can convert him to Thenn culture and religion. Magna Gendel have listened to the advice of a group of my bannermen, led by Bron Hardy of Cracklaw Barrow. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. I don't care. We have got plenty of gold, so we'll give them gold. Keep them happy. We need to march some more of these away. Let's march these 11,000 on to... Ooh, which side of the trident do we go down? March it onto Ehrenford. We'll take 2 armies down either side of the trident. Either side of the Green Fork. I believe this is the Green Fork, isn't it? And the Freylands are about to fall, so that's perfect. We've got a huge host. How much manpower do we have still? 60,000. Plenty. Siege of Fairsted. A great victory. Let's move this host on as well then to Wickle. Well, that's not all of them though, is it? This army to Ehrenford. This army to Wickham. Yes, perfect. There is a huge 20,000 host there of Gardener men, though, which we do need to be wary of. We do need to keep an eye on them. We have crushed them once, but you never know. Cape of Eagles looks like it's going to fall fairly easily. My grandson Isenbert is not exerting himself in his studies. He's just dense, what can I say? Pray for his soul. Talk to him about diligence. So the Gardener host. Where's the actual Stormlander host? It's good that we've killed an Aaron, though. We did obviously miss out on the chance, unfortunately, to kill a Tyrell and a Gardener. And High Chief Jorman of the Rills can now marry our half-sister Nosha Snow. I will accept. Perfect. Can we offer you a non-aggression pact then? Apparently not. Okay, never mind. At least it spreads that Thenn blood throughout the Northmen. An agreement has been reached with High Chief Jorman to see High Chief Jorman Riswell and High Chieftess Nosha of Thenn wed. Let's give them... Wow, 400. I've not got that much. We'll offer the customary amount. We never know if we might need that for the war. Can't go giving you insane amounts of gold like that. And the siege of Cape of Eagles is complete. Let's move on to Sea God then. Try and get a bigger host together here. Do we have... We need someone here who's a siege leader. Let's just send you. You're not the greatest commander, but you've got that siege leader ability. And the Stormlanders are landing in the Iron Isles. Defending against Lord Reaver Danes of Saltcliffe. Okay. And... Oh no, this is part... Yes, defending against Storm King Danes of the Stormlands in Storm King Danes' retaliation against Iron King Steffer of the Iron Isles. Well, that keeps him busy at least. Why he'd want to try and fight the pesky Iron Isles. He's got a much bigger threat coming down from the north to deal with, but we won't complain. My liege, I've tried to make Master Donald of Eastbar realise what a benevolent and peaceful ruler you really are, but sinister forces are... Oh god, so that hasn't gone very well. My lover, Svarta, just broke up with me. Apparently she was confronted by my suspicious wife, Alice, and promised to stay away. Oh no. Oh, this is an easy siege. Let's just go straight for the assault of Scorched Vale. As my troops ransacked the keep of Blackholme, they undiscovered an interesting relic that Lord Simold had hidden away there. A loot. It's not that interesting, is it? Let's send these 4,000 down to Ehrenford then. Just waiting for the twins to fall, which is taking a hell of a long time. How we managed to get round, I don't know, but whatever. We've got 17,000 here under our direct command. The Siege of Seaguard's going... You do not look very much like a Maester. Lord Peter III the Black of Seaguard. What is your mother? A river woman, apparently. What was her mother? Roynish. Okay. Well, that is interesting, to say the least. And that Roynish blood seems to run thick through them. Okay, whatever. Fair enough. I've seen strange. At least it's not Jogus Nye for once. That's one positive, I suppose. Oh, we're going to get attacked by a huge force here after we've divided our hope. Would they be able to retreat in time? No, but they do have the bonus. Let's get 6,000 men down here as well then. Let's get Gendel in charge. Gendel should be able to hold strong against them. With Alfin and Cregan. Hopefully, we'll be able to hold strong against that 20,000. But, oh, great. Ellard of Brandon's Gift Peasant Revolt has declared Peasant Revolt. Well, we could do without that. We could always raise some mercenaries pretty easily. And I think we're going to be able to hold our own against these 20,000 men with that river bonus. The Siege of the Twins still going strong. Magna Gendel has inherited hold of Wolf's Watch by the pool. He does have a son, so let's just give it to him. Grant landed title. Hold of Wood's Watch by the pool. The constant surge of adrenaline and increased heart rate makes me weary. It's not as fun as being angry as it used to be. I should take it easy. I lose the trait Wrath. Maybe we become a little bit more patient in our old age. How old are we now? 47. So, yeah, pretty old. And the Battle of Wickham is a great success. 10,000 Reachmen, led by some Osgrey Lord, have been absolutely slaughtered. How goes the Siege of Wickham? Okay, you know what? That would be a pretty easy siege just to assault, so I think we will do that. How goes Seaguard? 11. Fort level 11, that's pretty decent, to be honest. Let's just go for an assault here. We should be able to crush Wickham, and let's march back to Ehrenford. I may keep our host on the same side of the Trident. I did want to try and go down and meet again at Harroway's town, but could be risky. Could be very risky. I don't know. We've got 7,000 reinforced. Do you know what? No, I think we'll be okay. We'll take Ehrenford, which hopefully shouldn't be too bad. My king, my mission to Carhold has so far been a great success. Perfect. Let's march the 11,000 onto Willowwood. Willowwood, a very familiar sight for fans of the Knights of the North. And we all know what happens to Willowwood whenever we march upon Willowwood on this channel. Under my guidance, my young daughter, Ashild, is slowly mastering the art of swordsmanship. Perfect. 16,000 here. Let's get Lord Reed in charge for now. Yeah, we'll just pay some gold. The Twins is taking a hell of a long time to fall. How much manpower do we now have? 50,000, so we are losing a lot. And we really need to be careful about that war back home, don't we? 2,000. Apparently we can call up more manpower. 600. Why we're leading it, I don't know. Can we call up any more manpower from anywhere else? No, but we can summon Warriors of the Wildlings. Strong fight is to vanquish my foes. I need staunch spearmen, 1,000, 1,500 swift riders. Let's just go with 2,100. Let's put let's get Cregan in charge of that back home. He can take care of that. I want us to lead this host. No, this host over here, sorry. Gendel. This host can be led by Willis Reed. When are the Twins going to fall? And here comes the 3,000 Vale force. I don't think that's going to be much of a problem. I can't wait to see Willowwood burn as usual. Peasants are causing trouble. We're at 54% already though. Causing great unrest in the Riverlands. They're literally there for the taking. How strong is Ehrenford? Under my gun, it's my young ward. Joranna is slowly mastering the art of swordsmanship. Is she a Stark? Oh, she's an Umber. Who isn't married. Can we arrange a betrothal? Do we have any Thenns? Not any actual Thenns. But there are Thenns in our court, but they're all quite old. So we won't go with any of them. How well defended is Willowwood? Pretty well defended. 5,000 men. I've never seen it that high. Normally it's like 20. And the siege of the Twins is over. The peasant revolts for Brandon's Gift has ended. Magna Gendel won. No idea how that has happened. Now we've got freaking 1,900 men left behind. Maybe they attacked us and we just beat them. Let's sail this fleet home then. March the 1,900 there. I may leave them there. And we're gaining loads of money again, even though we're not really doing anything. My prisoner Ellard is complaining about his dark cell. Let's torture him for fun. And at least the Twins have now fallen. So let's march this host onto Rushmore. We're going to lose men by marching them through here, unfortunately. But you know, we're going to have to take that loss. Because I'm not moving this army now. Not one. Then again, Seaguard might fall in time. so that we can march on. No, it hasn't. Seaguard does have enough of a supply limit, though, that we can get away with it, so that's good. We'll march on to Rushmore. We will be colonising Old Stones as soon as we can, and we will be putting the Muds back in their rightful seat. What the Andals stole from them. Okay, so this does have actually quite a bad supply line, but we'll be able to assault it pretty quickly and move on. And the Siege of Seaguard is complete, which gives us a better supply line. Let's march on to Marlet Bay, then. We're going to be pretty much bordering the Golden Hills of the Westerlands, House Westerling. Does that mean we've got 2 branches of House Westerling? Yes, we do. Interesting. We've still not got that Valerian Steel Sword, though, that we so desperately want. Your grandson says he's having strange dreams at night. Chief Isambert of the Shadow Tower, who does have a direwolf and a goat. An interesting combination. He already has green dreams, but it's a gift from the old gods. He didn't gain anything new from that. I can't wait till we can play as our next character, who is actually a warg, our next heir. High Chief Archers of Crowkill is declared. Yeah, whatever. Doesn't really affect us too much, does it? How weak is Marlet Bay? Marlet Bay is actually pretty good. Rushmore, though, we can assault. One of my garnets, my young daughter Yuri, is slowly mastering the art of swordsmanship. They're coming on pretty well, all of our wards. Right, can we now march on to Stilfen? Yes, we can. I do want to see Willowwood burn, just to cheer Emir up. My prisoner, Peter, is complaining about his dark cell. A Veilman, who is a eunuch and a lunatic. Let's blind him for good measure. Watch your step. I love that. That makes me laugh every time. Yeah, we'll march these down. We've not got a huge amount of manpower. 53, actually. Our manpower's gone up, which is interesting. How well defended is Stilfen? Pretty well defended. We'll have to lower that down a little bit. Erinford's taking a little bit of time. It's actually pretty well defended. My king, many of your faithful subjects, myself included, feel that High Chief Archer's Crowhunter of Lower Frost Ranks have amassed too much power. We can ask him, but he's not going to say yes, and we don't really want any revolts at present. We've got enough to worry about down here without having to worry about that. I'm glad that the Blackwood Vale didn't get involved in this. Are these other people? Oh, God, no, they're not. And my young ward, Jorana, is now a trained fighter. Well, that did not take her long at all, which is awesome. Threaten the vassal. Let's see if we can get him to behave. Let's have a look at the factions. Crown Loyalist is doing well. That one's not got any worse, but it is still a very worrying one. Honoured Magna, I ask your forgiveness if I've done something to offend you. I obviously wouldn't dream of associating with any factions inspiring against you or your enlightened rule. Hopefully that keeps him in line a little bit more. And now our other daughter has also become a trained fighter, so that's good. Okay, there's 5,000 men here. Can we siege Willowwood's about to fall, and then we'll send these 10,000 men to sort out that small Arran host who seem to have wedged themselves between us. And using a smuggled-in rope, Princess Melkora of the True North almost managed to escape from custody, but the guards caught her in time. Throw her in the dungeon. We're not going to kill her because we don't want to upset our close friend and powerful vassal. And it is our sister. We don't want to be a kinslayer. None so accursed as the kinslayer, of course. Where is this army marching? Wickham? Chiltern? The Blue Fort? Where is this going? We'll arrive in Chiltern. Okay, we'll march on to Chiltern then. And take care of them there. Which has made them a bit stronger, and they do have a small bonus. I think we'll be okay. I hope. I don't want to suffer a loss. And Yuria Thenn needs a focus. She's very good at stewardship, but she's a decent fighter as well. So we'll go with Marshall. She's got more traits that match that. Stilfen is about to fall, and we'll spend highly, of course, on our daughter's education. And news from the Battle of Chiltern, my king. Your rival, High Chief Alfin Burning Head, has been slain. He was killed in direct single combat by the enemy commander, Lord Selwyn Tarth. The Hunter of Tarth. He's actually pretty good for an old guy. Well played. Looks like he... Wow. One-legged, disfigured, one hand, severely injured. He battered him. We have lost one of our commanders, which is a shame. He was our rival, though, so it's no great shame. Wow, yeah, he ended up... He was... Wow. Like, he was made into a complete mess in that battle. Lord Tarth completely slaughtered him by the looks of it. But we've almost won this war. This will give us a decent amount of war score by winning this battle. Stilfen has now fallen, so let's take Blue Fork. Erinford is holding out strong, which makes me proud. Makes me think of good old Titus Erenstar. Guys, if you've not watched the Knights of the North, Knights of Vandalia, make sure you do if you like my content, because it's by far the best series on the channel. in my opinion, and in many other people's opinions as well. This is going to fall soon, Marlet Bay, which is good. We're at 80% now. We're not far off. How well defended is Chiltern? Not that well defended. We can assault that pretty soon. Doesn't matter if we lose a little bit of manpower. And oh no, one of our giants has died. Chief Mag of the Giants died of severe stress at the age of 79. Do giants have an extended life in the game? I'm not sure how long they can live for in this game. I know the Children of the Forest can live for like a ridiculous amount of time, but I'm not sure about the... let's go for Gravesome. I'm not sure about the giants. The Siege of Seven Bridges has been won. The Blue Fork falls. Let's march on to Fieldstone then and take that. Chiltern is about to fall as well by the looks of it any second. There we go. Chiltern has fallen. Let's go to Salt Pans and sack Salt Pans. All of this land is about to fall. Got a lot of lords that we're going to need to try and convert forcefully. We don't want any Andals. There's a lot, unfortunately. But we'll see what we can do with them. Could get ugly, that's for sure. Erinford is finally about to fall. Come on, Lord Reed, you're taking your hell of a long time. Let's assault this. That's an easy victory. As my troops ransack the keep of Gravesome Hall, then covered an interesting relic, the Chronicles of Longsister. Okay, that is a bit random. Let's march this host on to the Bracken lands. Erinford's about to fall at any second. It's too strong to assault. That's Salt Pans. Salt Pans is incredibly weak. We can attack that. Fieldstone falls, and so does Salt Pans. Let's march on to Harroway's town then. And let's march on to Leicester. Which always reminds me of the way that Americans say, pronounce my home city of Leicester. My prisoner Melchora Thenn is complaining about her dark cell. I don't care. You can rot for all I care. They're trying to lift that siege. Could we take care of that host instead? And Erinford has fallen, which gives us 100%. Offer peace and enforce our demands. Magna Gendel has usurped the titled Kingdom of the Rivers and Hills, from Storm King Danes of the Stormlands. We've also took the Crown Lands with that, which is awesome. So we've got a hell of a lot of new vassals that we need to sort out. We can create 5 new titles. The High Lordship of the Crossing, which we will create. The High Lordship of Willowwood. The High Lordship of the Bight. The High Lordship of Seaguard. And I think there was one more, the High Lordship of the Trident. So we are going to need to sort all of those out. We're well over our Demence size now. Do we actually take all of these lands? What has happened? Why have we suddenly gone to 59 Demence size, which is a ridiculous amount? We're going to have a lot of titles to now give away. I think most of these, most of these people are still in their places. We've got a random Durandon as well here. The Blackwood, surely the Blackwoods are part of our kingdom now. Let's disband all of our armies, all of our ships, and let things calm down. They still own Cracklaw Point, which is fine. All hail His Grace Gendel of the House Thenn, the first of his name, Magna of the Trident, Lord of the Riverlands, Lord of Castle Black, and Protector of the Realm. Okay, so we are going to want to colonise Old Stones, which we should be able to do. Colonise Old Stones, yes, do it. Perfect. Now, where is that Mud Lord? Your husband was a Mud, wasn't he? And his brother, Carl Mudd, who does have a wife who is a wildling. I want to land Carl Mudd as the Lord of Old Stones. There's going to be a few things that I'm going to need to sort out off screen, isn't there, for this? But yeah, we want to keep him. What else have we got? The Gods Fort I'd like to get for ourselves. I've got House Tully. We've got, most of the houses, but they need converting. They definitely need converting. But we will end this episode here. Look at the Kingdom of the Firstmen now. Huge! It spans more than half of Westeros. And we've inherited a random plot of land deep within the Stormlands for some strange reason. No idea. Oh, hey, we've got a Valyrian Lady of Dragonstone. Does that mean the Targaryens are dead? Awesome, I prefer Valyrian anyway. But yes, we will end this episode here, guys. So thank you all so much for watching as always. I hope that you've enjoyed. If so, please don't forget to like and leave a comment down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. And check out the Discord community as well. And I'll see you all very soon for the next episode.